What's interesting about this film is that it puts those three themes together in one go. So what was your first thought of that, basically, of putting together those three themes and constructing a film around it, literally?
Well, for me, I was anxious about how philosophical the movie could have been, and exploring abstract ideas is not always the reason we go to the cinema on a Friday night. So for me, it was important to make sure that really the movie was about these people who work in an ad agency and their confrontations with these actors and developing the characters and letting the philosophy sneak into the movie.
Yeah, the interesting parallel, that kind of, the cathartic nature of what acting is and what, building a bit of an escapism world through cinema helps people. I thought that was an interesting theme, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the nature of acting was something that I talked to Helen Mirren about early on. Is, she's getting to play an actress who's, she talks about very much like who she might have been if she hadn't become a star, and then just the what makes a great role for an actor, what makes a great performance, how persuasive can you be, so there are questions of acting in the movie. There's all the threads of the story involve parenting and how we relate to our children, the ones we don't see, the ones we're stuck with, the ones who are gone. So there's so much going on in the movie.
Is it typically the kind of film you needed very good actors for, because otherwise it would just simply have not worked?
That was my feeling. I wanted to get the best actors, not necessarily the biggest movie stars, but the best actors, and just because there's so much crammed into what's a fairly small package, and they're playing so much in every moment, and I think that's what great actors are able to do, is layer their performances so much.
Absolutely. And New York plays a great character in the film, because there's a kind of sweet melancholy about New York, especially during the holidays, which I could never put my finger on, but it kind of contributes to the tone of the film in a way, doesn't it?
Well, it's such a big city, and it's so easily to feel isolated and to feel like, wow, everyone else is having a spectacular time and not me. But at the same time, it's also quite beautiful. So that sense of loneliness and isolation and the desire to connect with the world at large is reflected, I think, in the sort of magical urban snow globe of New York at Christmas.
What is the theme of Collateral Beauty to you?
For me, the theme of Collateral Beauty is this idea that we can always have an opportunity to reconnect with the people we love, to reach out of the darkness of whatever is troubling us and connect in a new way. And
finally, were there people you were able to consult with in terms of research, people who've been through it, the disconnect and the reconnect?
The most useful for all of us was Will Smith's costumer on the film, was someone that I had worked with on The Devil Wears Prada, and she had lost a child quite young between the making of the two movies, and but she very much wanted to be a part of this movie. It really captured the experiences that she had, and she was able to talk quite beautifully about what Collateral Beauty meant to her and how she had had this experience of being in such a dark place and yet feeling this new, profound connection to everything.